Is hypnotherapy just a placebo? So a lot of people ask me whether hypnotherapy is just a placebo or a matter of simply believing something will happen. So I decided to create this video to delve into that and to give you some more information on what is really going on. Is hypnotherapy really just a trick we are playing on ourselves? What is a placebo? Okay, so let's start with the basics. What is a placebo? A placebo is anything that has no inherent medical value, but still produces a positive effect because of a person's belief in it. A common example is a sugar pill that's given in a medical trial. The pill itself does nothing, but the patient's expectation that it will work can trigger real physiological changes, like the body's release of natural painkillers. The placebo effect proves that our minds have a powerful influence over our physical and emotional states. I've also heard of a nocebo. What's that? So a nocebo is the opposite of a placebo. It is a negative effect that occurs when a person experiences worsened symptoms or side effects because of a negative expectation or fear related to a treatment or situation. The term comes from the Latin word nocebo, meaning I will harm. How the nocebo effect works. So just as believing a sugar pill will help can trigger the release of positive chemicals like endorphins, believing that a treatment will harm you can trigger negative biological responses. For example, the stress response. So negative expectation often triggers a stress response, fight or flight, increasing the release of stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. Increased sensitivity. This stress can make the body more sensitive to pain and discomfort, lowering the pain threshold. Specific symptoms. If a person is warned about a possible side effect, for example nausea, they are more likely to experience that specific side effect even if they are only receiving an inactive substance. Research has been conducted using those same sugar pills, but this time participants were told that it will cause specific negative symptoms, such as pain, nausea, headaches, or dizziness. Now, you may have guessed those things came true simply from the negative expectation and suggestions given. And this also shows us how important it is to be mindful of the stories that we tell ourselves. Negative stories can quickly lead to a nocebo-style effect, which can result in the unwanted beliefs actually coming true in our lives. The power of belief. So at its simplest, both the amazing placebo effect and the more detrimental nocebo effect, they demonstrate one universal truth. Belief is not passive. It is a powerful biological command. Your mind is constantly working to match your physical reality to your strongest internal expectations. If you believe a sugar pill will heal you, your brain releases its natural pharmacy to start the process. If you deeply fear a side effect, your brain activates the stress response to create that side effect. This is why hypnotherapy doesn't add a new power, it teaches you to aim the power you already possess. We work to deliberately install new, positive beliefs at the subconscious level, giving your mind a new, constructive blueprint to follow, moving you out of the random territory of the placebo and into the intentional realm of directed self-healing. Scientific evidence. what does the research say? Researchers used brain imaging, PET scans, to prove that when participants believed they were getting a painkiller, but they actually received a placebo, their endogenous opioid system was activated. In other words, the expectation alone caused their brain to release its own natural, powerful, pain-relieving chemicals. More studies in the Frontiers in Pain Research 2021 looked at open-label placebos, where patients are told explicitly that they are receiving an inactive substance, yet they still experience significant symptom relief for conditions like chronic pain and IBS. This effect is thought to work through two main avenues: the simple ritual of receiving care and the power of conditioned responses. Hypnotherapy has been extensively studied, and research shows that it produces powerful, real, measurable changes in the body and brain. For more on hypnotherapy research and scientific evidence, have a read of the blog post that I wrote, and you can find the link to that in the blog that this video is linked to. The placebo effect is real in all therapies. So let's be honest and clear. The placebo effect is absolutely real in hypnotherapy, just as it is in all forms of healing and therapy. And that's actually a good thing. Anytime a person sits down with a compassionate practitioner and begins a treatment with the expectation that they will get better, the mind initiates a healing response. Now, whether that's a doctor prescribing a drug, a coach outlining a fitness plan, or a hypnotherapist guiding a trance, the trust you place in the process becomes a powerful catalyst. This is why it is vital that the person coming for hypnotherapy is 100% open to the experience and willing to give it their all. Both the therapist and the client need to be on the same team. It will not be effective if someone fights it and does not want to make any positive changes in their life. When someone is receptive, it starts the healing process immediately, based on their belief and expectation of a positive outcome. We know from scientific studies that this belief triggers the release of natural brain chemicals like endorphins and dopamine. The placebo effect is a stunning demonstration of your mind's power, and it's a strength that we use and encourage within the therapeutic process. What's the difference between the placebo effect and positive suggestion within hypnotherapy? Many studies have proven that belief itself can create a measurable biochemical response. Your mind doesn't just think you feel better, it actively manufactures the very neurochemicals needed for pain relief. The placebo effect is a perfect demonstration of the mind's incredible power. Your mind's ability to create a feeling of well-being or even pain relief just from an expectation is amazing. Here's the critical difference that separates hypnotherapy from placebo. For example, that sugar pill that we've been talking about. We don't rely on random belief. Instead, we use a structured, skilled process to intentionally harness that same incredible power. We don't just hope your mind helps, we teach you how to direct it. Hypnotherapy takes that same raw power and refines it through a targeted therapeutic process. Your therapist is not just hoping for the best, they are using carefully crafted suggestions while your mind is in a state of heightened focus, trance, to purposely guide your subconscious towards specific lasting changes. Simply put, hypnotherapy turns the mind's powerful but often random ability to heal into a reliable, directed tool for personal transformation. Hypnotherapy's active ingredients. Hypnotherapy is not just belief. It has several key components that make it a powerful therapeutic tool. First of all, the hypnotic state. This is not a special state or a form of sleep. It's a highly focused state of mind where your attention is directed inward. We know from scientific studies that this state is linked to measurable changes in brain activity, such as increased alpha and theta brainwaves, which are associated with deep relaxation and a state of heightened suggestibility. Now, if you want to learn more about brainwaves, have a look at a blog that I wrote, and again, you can find the link to that in the blog that this video is linked to. Targeted suggestions. A professional hypnotherapist uses carefully crafted suggestions that are designed to bypass the conscious, critical part of your mind. They can then embed new positive thought patterns and behaviors directly into your subconscious. The client's role. Hypnotherapy is a collaborative process. The therapist is a guide, but the client is always in control and must be willing to engage with the process. The client's commitment is a crucial active ingredient that makes hypnotherapy so effective. So, is hypnotherapy just a placebo? No, hypnotherapy is not just a placebo, but the placebo effect does definitely play its part, as it does in all therapies. As I've discussed in this video, the placebo effect is a powerful and real part of any therapeutic journey. But hypnotherapy is also much more than that. It is a structured and intentional therapeutic process that purposely and intentionally harnesses that innate power. By utilizing a state of focused attention, trance, and applying targeted positive suggestions, a hypnotherapist guides your subconscious mind to create lasting, tangible, positive change. Unlike a random placebo, which is an uncontrolled and often temporary effect, hypnotherapy provides you with a reliable, directed tool for transformation. It is not just about believing something will happen. It is about learning how to make it happen, making hypnotherapy a truly active and collaborative therapeutic experience. Let's finish with this analogy. The placebo effect is like getting lucky when a random gust of wind blows your boat in the right direction. Hypnotherapy is like using that same wind, but with a trained captain and a sail, to navigate precisely to your destination. It's a targeted and effective tool for self-improvement and healing. To find the references for this video that we've mentioned, go back to the original blog post that this video is linked to. Ready to take the next step? Are you ready to explore how hypnotherapy can help you to achieve lasting change? If so, click the link in the description to book your free, no obligation initial consultation with me today. Not quite ready for a consultation? Subscribe to my newsletter and receive free hypnotherapy soundtracks to ease anxiety and help you sleep at night. You'll also receive my monthly newsletter containing lots of free tips and useful information, and of course, no spam ever. Click the link in the description to sign up and get your free soundtracks. Still have questions about hypnotherapy or my services? Find answers to common questions on my FAQ page. Find the link for that in the description. So there we go. That's the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I hope you found it useful. I hope you found it interesting. And I'll look forward to seeing you in another one very, very soon. Thank you and goodbye.